Hello again and welcome back to the channel. And today we'll be talking about Akon's comment about his experience working with Eminem. And many of the younger folks these days may not know who Akon is, but I'll say this. The mumble rappers and new rappers looked up to these days still fall short of Akon based on the success he achieved in music. In the 2000s decade, Akon was the top performing artist of 2007 and 6th on the decade's list of top digital song sales. Akon is also responsible for bringing out Lady Gaga, who's also now one of the best-selling artists ever, and he's even moved on to things bigger than music at the moment. He has a company that now provides electricity to rural areas in 14 African countries and to over 600 million people. He financed this by a line of credit of $1 billion, so Akon is the real deal. I'd probably make a video on Akon and his projects that put him above the wealthy that donate to charity on my second channel, but this intro was for the younger folks especially who may not know about Akon since he moved on to bigger things for years now. And let's move on to what he had to say about Eminem, and I'll leave a link to the full interview in the comments section. In a recent interview, Akon gave accounts of how he was blown away by Eminem's work ethics and approach to creating music in general, and this was when they worked on the #2 hit song Smack That, and I'll quote him here. That song has an interesting story. Working with Eminem made me look at the business differently, because he was the first artist that I worked with that actually treated the business like it's a real job. Before we go on, remember to like this video if you enjoy content like this. The likes are free. Subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications to never miss a video if this type of content is up your street. You might be wondering, what does Akon mean by like a real job? And he expanded on it. He comes in at 9 a.m. every day to the studio, takes his lunch break at 1, and is out of there by 5 p.m. It's like a schedule. I did not expect that from him. The first day I came around 6 p.m. like we're gonna do an evening session. I get to the studio, they said, Em just left. He said, I'm out of here. I said, I just got to the studio. You coming back here? He said, yeah, I'll be back there at 9 a.m. I was like, you're joking, right? But he was like, I'll see you at 9 a.m. So I get there at 9 and he shows up exactly on time. Plays some bits, we vibing, we rocking. So I'm in the middle of writing a record. Em's like, yo, I'm about to go out for lunch. I said, cool, I'll meet you after. He goes, takes his lunch, an hour, comes back. I play him the record, play him the chorus. He's like, oh, that's it. He goes into his verse, 5 o'clock comes, he's halfway in, he's like, alright bro, I'll see you tomorrow. At this point, I'm like, yo, but your verse almost done, you ain't gonna finish it? Nah, I'll finish it tomorrow. The next day after working, I asked him, what's up with the work ethics? And he's like, I just like to be here, I treat it like a real job, I don't make it no more than what it's supposed to be, I don't let it stress me out, stay longer than I have to, I got a family, I got a daughter, I want to make time. I was like, damn, he's right. Some days I'm in the studio 3-4 days. I don't come out, don't see my kids, don't call my wife, none of that. I'm just like working, and I'm sitting here like, man, that makes a lot of sense. Ain't nothing gonna change between today and tomorrow. I really thought about it. I hit him up and said, you know what, bro? You just gave me a whole new outlook on how to treat the business from the creative end of it, because now I create a schedule going, and I do it when time permits for it, but I don't force it no more. I did a big research project on work-life balance a couple of years ago, and if I knew this back then, I would have found a way to include this in the project as an example of a high-profile and hugely successful artist in the music industry who also takes work-life balance seriously, especially based on the factors at play when Eminem and Akon were working on Smack That. At that time, they were both financially secure, had families with young children and all that, and it made perfect sense to treat the music thing like a 9-to-5 job, to spend more time with the people that are most important to them while also keeping stress levels at bay. With Eminem, it's not just about his music, but also the lessons we can learn from him. He gave Akon an outlook and inspired him to strive for more work-life balance. And for me at this point in my life, songs like Believe on Revival from Eminem keeps me going, especially the bars when Eminem talked about how he used to play the loser victim until he saw the way proof was driven. Most people in life were dealt a bad hand economically, physically, or in other areas, but don't believe Eminem says use the tools you have rather than make excuses. And in my experience, excuses won't solve a thing no matter how valid they may be. And now from this interview, we can also learn the importance of balance in life when you have people depending on you like a family, especially for those who are already financially stable in some way. If you don't have to overdo it, why overdo it when you have important people in your life that will miss out? So what are your thoughts on this? Tell us in the comments section. And do you believe Eminem's approach to work-life balance at the point he was at when he worked with Akon was important? Tell us below, like and subscribe if you haven't, and see you on the next one.